Hey everybody, I just got contacted by Mike and he wanted me to do something about the exoskeleton, as in explain it. So I'm just going to knock this out really quick. So this is what it looks like on a workday here at Black Rabbit, so you're going to have to put up with that. So I don't actually have the watch here, so I'm going to go ahead and put the images that we do have across the top, and I'll try to describe it. This is a watch that was built about 10 years ago. And this is the Generation 1 exoskeleton. Now, there's only two generations so far where they use 904L steel, and 904L steel is the steel that Rolex made famous. And to my knowledge, they're the only watch that's doing that steel in any quantity, and it's a very high-end, beautiful steel, by the way. So this is the Generation 1 that did use the 904L surgical grade steel. But there's a lot more to it than that. Exoskeleton became rapidly known for micro writing, very precise writing, and this is engraved with that writing pretty much inside and out. So that's another big to-do about this model. It's also the only one they did that wears as a cuff, so if you like that really big, heavy look, those blocks of steel that come down around. Now, the other side, I want to say it's, oh man, without looking at it, I think it's a 7-link bracelet, 6 or 7-link. That's on the other side, very adjustable. Let's say up to a 9, you're going to be fine. But the real story here is the light technology. Now, the genius, and by the way, this individual is a literal genius that developed exoskeleton, especially Generation 1 or 2. Prior to their working with exoskeleton, they were also dabbling with some other watch brands, but they created, among other things, patented LED technology, and some of that is used in this watch. Now, when you look at it, it's got a sapphire crystal, and before we get into the light technology, this is where I really wish I had one of these so you could see it spinning. When you get this, take it and put it on a flat, hard surface like a glass top table, something like that. You can actually see it spin like a top. Even though this is very heavy, several hundred grams, you can just turn this over and put it on a flat surface. It'll spin for a really long time because it's so beautifully balanced. This is an artist that is meeting science. Now, inside of this, the patented light technology, when you look at the sapphire crystal, you're going to see a black light bulb shape in the middle, and there's really no visible source for power for that. But not inside, but underneath that light bulb, there are two LEDs. Now, one of them is going to be a colored light bulb, and I can't recall which is which, but there's one obviously for the white and the other for the black. And then there is a long wave light. Now, the sapphire crystal has been treated with a lot of UV protective coat. I want to say it's 18 layers. Give me some license on that, but it's a lot. I think it's 18. Now, this is used in two reasons in this case. One is it's an anti-reflective coating / UV, so it's protecting the multi-layered dial from incoming rays of the sun, if you will, which damage all the dials. But this one serves a dual purpose because it actually traps the long wave ultraviolet light on the inside. So what happens is on the side of the watch there's going to be this button, as you'll see. Every time you hit that button, those two LEDs power up and they go in a sequence. The first one's going to give you the colored light across the dial. Then the long wave black light lights up. And that really takes the superluminova and just blows it up like crazy. So this has superluminova, so it will glow normal, quote unquote, always. But if you hit that button, you get the colored blast, and then it's followed by the long wave, or if you will, the black light blast that really lights things up. Now, kind of the tech coup de grace on this is that when you look at this, as I stated, there's no visible way to get the power out to the LEDs. But there is. If you look at it from a slight angle, you can kind of see it. It's a nearly invisible double row of basically, think of it as a power cable. And that's how the power gets out there. But in 99% of the way you look at it, it's invisible. So part of the mystery of this, if you will, is how do those lights light up? This piece is absolutely ingenious. It hasn't been built in 10 years. We're lucky to have it. This is new old stock, so expect some light shopware. This has been in a vault for 10 years, and the current owner of Exoskeleton has made sure that as you order this, fresh batteries are put in. So you're going to have a perfectly working sample. To our knowledge, this is the only array, if you will, that isn't already in a private collection. And this is that very sought-after Generation 1. So please take advantage of that. I hope I'm answering some of your questions. If not, you can hit us up and I'll try to take care of you. But I think that pretty much covers it. I'm Tim. Thank you for tuning in and enjoy this watch.